horizontal extension, sit up. Okay, so for this one, can you sit on the edge of the bed? Now, just very quickly, in terms of bed sizes, we have different bed sizes in physiotherapy. If you do neurological patients, most of the time you have wider beds because we do a lot of like bed mobility training, for instance, with neuro, and having more size helps. For MSK, most patients walk into our doors， 即係通常痛症都係門診多㗎啦嚇。And usually, more commonly, not always, outpatients. And bed mobility isn't an issue. What's more important is we have accessibility. If I stand here, I can access the patient much easier. Whereas if the patient was in the middle of the bed, it's much harder to access. When I demonstrate, the patient is facing you, but in real life, usually the patient is facing this way, so I can be on his left and on his right very easily. 即係做測試咧，臨床咧 ，patient 坐喺床邊啦嚇，而家就對住你哋啦嚇。Okay, so what are we doing? Horizontal flexion, horizontal extension. So bringing the arm out and moving across. So stabilizing the scapula, moving across. So for P1, we stabilize and move across. For A1, monitor the scapula and move across as far as you can. Okay. So so tell them to stop once the scapula starts moving, just like what we do for the hip joint. Now, if the patient only does protraction, 即係當 patient 淨係做 protraction 啦嚇，冇做到咧 horizontal flexion 啦嚇。So we might say, now, what I'd like you to do is holding onto the scapula, I want you to do this movement. You see, the scapula is not moving. Your shoulder bone is not moving. Whereas, do not do this. Do not do this. Here, your shoulder bone is moving. Sometimes you need a mirror. Sometimes you just do it more and more. Sometimes you have active assisted. There are different ways of teaching the patient. So I'll walk around if anyone needs to be trained. I'll show you how to do it on a real patient. Okay, so 我哋做翻個 active range of motion with 講好冇嚇。講咧就 acromion is the axis. The stationary arm is parallel to the body. If you want a better landmark, draw a line from the acromion to the acromion, and then extend that line. Okay, so this active arm. The movement arm follows the line of the humerus. Okay, when you're ready, go. Actually, sorry, hold you a scapula. Monitor. Go. More. Okay, I can feel it wind up a bit more. Okay, so that was a bit slow, but that was about 120 degrees. Yeah. So just hold on to the scapula, make sure it doesn't move. Now he does have a little bit of scapular winging, so just bear that in mind. Okay, extension is the same, horizontal extension is the same, but in the other direction. Okay, 停一停先啦。